What is up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button, and if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in a room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place, and we gotta put Shannon Sharpe under these hot lights. So let's get into this conversation. This is a continuation of what I had to say before, and listen, people can try to keep the blinders on if they want to. They can try to make excuses for him. They could say people are just haters and so he clapped back or whatever. First of all, a grown man who could be somebody's granddaddy clapping back at people on social media is just, to be honest with you, ridiculous. I don't care, because you got block buttons. You can ignore. You don't have to respond to everything just because somebody asks you. And for somebody like him to be in the position that he's in, I believe that he has more of an obligation to be less reckless with his mouth. But because we live in this age where a lot of these men have these podcasts, and unfortunately, and yeah, I'm saying unfortunately, people like him get paid to just speak a bunch of BS, then they're not going to really think about what they say, and then they're going to come back later and apologize or try to make an explanation for why they said what they said, or why they did what they did, or why they lied about their social media being hacked, and then coming right back later to do another video where they got a lot of views on it to pretty much not come out and say that they lied, but they did lie about them accidentally hitting the live button when they're about to allegedly screw a woman, which nobody believes. So, like I said in my previous commentary, he don't like y'all. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about black women. And yeah, there's a lot of black men that look like him, that sound like him. A lot of them don't have the access and the resources that he has. They wish they did, and that's why they agree with him. But we know a lot of them don't like black women, and it's because they don't like themselves. I don't care how many views he gets. I don't care how much money he's making. He does not like himself. And it goes into the Diddy situation because he hated himself. He hated that he couldn't really truly be who he wanted to be, and that's why he could do the things that he did to Cassie and whoever else he did those things to. But this ain't about Diddy. This is about Shannon Sharpe. So he's being blasted for the way he has been clapping back at women while he was defending Caitlin Clark. So Sassy Shay Shay, he has been getting roasted on social media. Now I'm going to share what Rolling Out wrote, and they said ESPN personality Shannon Sharpe has come under intense fire after making fun of a black woman's hair while defending WNBA star Caitlin Clark, who is white. Sharpe, an NFL Hall of Famer and host of Club Shay Shay podcast, was embroiled in a heated exchange with fans who believe Sharpe doesn't defend black women against misogynoir or the racism and sexism that is particular to black women in the WNBA. Conversely, these fans also believe that Sharpe goes out of his way to exalt and support Clark against perceived attackers. So this person tweeted, "My issue is that Shannon Sharpe never speaks on the disrespect the rest of the women of the W experience," wrote at Spike T Joint on X on Tuesday. And continued to explain his opinion that Sharpe defends Clark more than the rest of the league, although they all face the same unfair statements. And then he said, "That's your issue, not mine." Sharpe, he fired back at the tweeter, Xer, or whatever, and said, "I have no issue with anything I've said in regards to WNBA and its players past or present." And then after that, a user at Ungodly West, who was sporting a Megan Thee Stallion profile photo, put him on blast for not seeing his alleged bias. So he responded and said, "Why are you on my page?" And I talked about this in my previous commentary, which he didn't even spell the word right, but he said, "Don't you have another horse to rob off his hair? Stop trying to kill my vibe." He didn't say, why are you on my page? He typed, why are you on my page? So people, they started coming at him. They said he's as a COON, said he's anti-black. And I agree with a lot of the tweets. You know, he's not that bright. He was doing whatever he was doing when he was in the football league, and he got his accolades for that, and he's been doing the commentary thing for some time now, and now he's doing his podcast, his Club Shay Shay, and The Nightcap with Ocho, which is like, what is your freaking real name? You know, but anyway, so he acts as if he was going to be the bigger person. So he put this tweet up and said, September 25th at 6:06 p.m. I will no longer respond to any negativity. It's not the serious for me. He didn't say that. He said it's not the serious for me. I've got kids, and I would upset with them if they responded in this manner. This is beneath me. Y'all pray for me though. And you can see the tweet on the screen because, again, he's not that bright. He typed up, it's not the serious for me. I've got kids and I would upset with them. Not I would be upset with them. Anyway, he might have said he was done, but people were not done with him. Somebody said, he shows y'all every day he does not like black women, period. Another one says, I wonder do his daughters wear horsehair. And somebody says, Shannon loves him some snow bunnies. I ain't never heard this man defend any woman of color. Bye, sir. Another tweet said, I peeped game on Shannon a long time ago. He constantly is trying to prove Taylor Swift is better than Beyonce. He's constantly trying to prove Caitlyn is better than Aja or Angel, etc. It's like he's obsessed with trying to humble black women and will lift up the white ones. It's weird. Even Ocho be telling him to chill. And he said that Beyonce could never touch Taylor Swift. He's a race-hating clown raccoon. I wish my people would wake up and cancel these people that continually promotes making us inferior to white people. And listen, I agree. I don't know why people think that he's so great because he bragged about how much money he made off of the Cat Williams quote-unquote interview, which I said back then and I still stand on it. That wasn't even an interview. He may have had some flashcards in his hand with some questions written on it for him to ask Cat. But Cat came on there and did what he did. He didn't even need Shannon Sharpe there. Cat Williams gave him that money because people were tuning into this quote-unquote interview because of what Cat said, not because of anything that Shannon Sharpe did. Because if anything, Shannon Sharpe was, in my opinion, kind of buck dancing around the things that Cat was saying when Cat was trying to call him to the carpet when it comes to people like Steve Harvey and, you know, and others. And somebody said, stay arguing and trying to degrade women because they don't agree with your sports takes. Meanwhile, you walking around like this. Let me tell you, a black man that looks in the mirror and doesn't really like what they see and can't even really be truly who they feel they are, or they're fighting things within them where they're feeling certain types of ways. They see some things that they believe looks good to them, but society is going to treat them a certain way if they let it be known that, look, you might not agree with what I see looks good, but I'm letting you know that this is what I desire. He's not happy, okay? And so for him to be calling somebody out about wearing quote unquote horsehair and then acting now like he's above it, and then he says he's not going to respond to negativity. Yeah, there may have been a few comments and tweets in there that was poking fun or whatever, and listen, you're going to get that, so please, whatever. But for the most part, him saying he's not going to respond to negativity anymore, the tweets that he responded to, in the way that he responded, that person was just calling out straight facts. It wasn't anything about him switching when he walks. It wasn't about him walking around wearing a man bag. It wasn't about his choices in women or anything like that. He responded the way that he responded, and instead of him just saying, you know what, I was wrong, I went low, I shouldn't have went there, I apologize, or something along those lines, he basically is like, listen, I'm above this, you guys are just negative, and so I'm not even going to reply anymore. Now, I know that he loves to block, because I heard he has a lot of people blocked that didn't even really say much of anything before he blocked them. Okay? Like, I believe he's got Claudia Jordan blocked. When she was on TGIF on Fox Soul, she talked about that. I know he's got Tasha K blocked. Okay? And I guess I understand that. But I digress. She ain't lie about him. But anyway, you guys let me know about Shannon Sharpe and his sassy clapbacks. I've talked about this a number of times. I don't get what the fascination is with him, but some people don't deserve to be in the place that they are. And in my honest opinion, yeah, you may have earned your space in sports, but when it comes to what he's doing now, why does he deserve it? Why do these black women continue to support him, give him the views, buy his merch, go on his podcast tours, and call him Ankh? Do you know any Caucasians or any other ethnicities that call the men in their community Ankh? How could you be so anti-black but be as black as you are and also want to benefit and profit off of those people, but then you want to make fun of them because you don't like what they're saying and what they're bringing to you, which you may not agree with, but it is indeed the truth. I mean, he can't even fake acting like he likes black women. And that's the thing. It's like, it would be one thing if he faked as if he did, but these black women that support him, it's like right in their faces. But listen, do what you do, support who you want to support. If you want to continue to subscribe to his Club Shay Shay and Nightcap podcast and support him and buy his merch and let him allow himself to sell you liquor and gambling, then go right ahead. Hats off to you. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful. And now I'm going to say bye.